Welcome to Salem State University's 2025 Commencement Ceremony. Use @SalemState or hashtag SalemState25 to tag us on social media and to congratulate our graduates. As a courtesy to other guests, please sit as closely as possible to one another, leaving no empty chairs or spaces to help ensure everyone has a seat. Turn off or silence your cell phones, beepers, and other such electronic devices. For safety reasons, we ask you to please remain seated during the awarding of degrees and throughout the commencement ceremony. All graduates will be professionally photographed as they receive their degrees. Health and wellness information. Restrooms are located on the upper level in the rear of the arena, and accessible restrooms are located directly behind the arena on the floor level. Additional restrooms with changing tables are in the Gasset Center to the right of your seat, behind the bleachers, and in the main lobby area. Remember that Salem State is a tobacco-free campus. This policy includes chewing and smokeless tobacco products and vaping devices. Health and wellness information. A nursing Mamava pod is located next to the ground floor and stairs. The first aid station also has a private space for nursing. Aunt Flo dispensers with women's products are located outside the first floor bathrooms across from the elevator. Individuals are welcome to wear a mask and are encouraged to do so if they are experiencing respiratory illness. We ask that others to respect the masking decisions of the individuals around them. The first aid station is located on the second floor across from the concession stand and can provide support for general health and wellness needs, including minor injury, illness, or questions. If you or someone near you is experiencing a medical emergency, please immediately notify the nearest staff member, police officer, or first aid personnel. Commencement safety procedures. Salem State has a plan in place to ensure your safety, including free speech zones, which have been provided in the parking lot for those practicing their First Amendment rights at today's celebration, checking all bags at every entrance to the O'Keefe complex, signs, flags, etc. that are not made of flexible material and are larger than 11 by 17 inches will not be permitted. Items with handles, sticks, or poles are not allowed. As it has been communicated to our campus community, we will not tolerate any disruption or harassment of students and their guests. Commencement is your day for celebration. Commencement safety procedures. Stay alert. Commencement guests are invited to opt into the university's RAVE emergency alert system. Please text GRAD either upper or lowercase, to 226787. This allows commencement guests to receive real-time alerts in case there is an emergency during a ceremony. Access automatically expires within 24 hours. Again, text GRAD, G-R-A-D, to 226787. Commencement evacuation procedures. Please become familiar with building exit locations. Evacuation orders may be given for multiple purposes. If the fire alarm sounds, prepare to evacuate immediately in an orderly and safe manner. Please follow the instructions of the ushers. Individuals requiring assistance in an evacuation should notify an usher. Please stay calm and, if necessary, help those around you walk quickly to the nearest emergency exit. Please walk in a single file line through the corridors and stairwells. When exiting your seat, please use the nearest aisle. Do not climb over or move floor seats, as these are joined together and cannot be individually moved. Please refrain from cell phone conversations and/or texting until you are safely assembled outside the building. Remember that the nearest exit is not necessarily the door from which you entered the arena. All occupants are to assemble in designated areas outside the facility, which are at least 300 feet away from the building. Please do not stand in the roadways, as that may prohibit the arrival of emergency vehicles. No one is to return to the building until a university police or city fire official authorizes re-entry. Family Reunification Center. In case of an incident requiring an evacuation of Salem State's campus, a nearby park called Forest River Park, located down Forest and Clifton Avenues, is the designated meeting place for families should such an evacuation order be given. Final guidance. Please note that graduates are assembled by major and may not be in precise alphabetical order when they receive their diploma. After the ceremony, please join your graduate on Alumni Field, which is to the right of the exits. Follow the signs to their academic program. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy the ceremony. Welcome to Salem State University's 2025 Commencement Ceremony. Use @SalemState or hashtag SalemState25 to tag us on social media and to congratulate our graduates. As a courtesy to other guests, please sit as closely as possible to one another, leaving no empty chairs or spaces to help ensure everyone has a seat. Turn off or silence your cell phones, beepers, and other such electronic devices. For safety reasons, we ask you to please remain seated during the awarding of degrees and throughout the commencement ceremony. All graduates will be professionally photographed as they receive their degrees. Health and wellness information. Restrooms are located on the upper level in the rear of the arena, and accessible restrooms are located directly behind the arena on the floor level. Additional restrooms with changing tables are in the Gasset Center to the right of your seat, behind the bleachers, and in the main lobby area. Remember that Salem State is a tobacco-free campus. This policy includes chewing and smokeless tobacco products and vaping devices. Health and wellness information. A nursing Mamava pod is located next to the ground floor and stairs. The first aid station also has a private space for nursing. Aunt Flo dispensers with women's products are located outside the first floor bathrooms across from the elevator. Individuals are welcome to wear a mask and are encouraged to do so if they are experiencing respiratory illness. We ask that others to respect the masking decisions of the individuals around them. The first aid station is located on the second floor across from the concession stand and can provide support for general health and wellness needs, including minor injury, illness, or questions. If you or someone near you is experiencing a medical emergency, please immediately notify the nearest staff member, police officer, or first aid personnel. Commencement safety procedures. Salem State has a plan in place to ensure your safety, including free speech zones, which have been provided in the parking lot for those practicing their First Amendment rights at today's celebration, checking all bags at every entrance to the O'Keefe complex, signs, flags, etc. that are not made of flexible material and are larger than 11 by 17 inches will not be permitted. Items with handles, sticks, or poles are not allowed. As it has been communicated to our campus community, we will not tolerate any disruption or harassment of students and their guests. Commencement is your day for celebration. Commencement safety procedures. Stay alert. Commencement guests are invited to opt into the university's RAVE emergency alert system. Please text GRAD, either upper or lowercase, to 226787. This allows commencement guests to receive real-time alerts in case there is an emergency during a ceremony. Access automatically expires within 24 hours. Again, text GRAD, G-R-A-D, to 226787. Commencement evacuation procedures. Please become familiar with building exit locations. Evacuation orders may be given for multiple purposes. If the fire alarm sounds, prepare to evacuate immediately in an orderly and safe manner. Please follow the instructions of the ushers. Individuals requiring assistance in an evacuation should notify an usher. Please stay calm and, if necessary, help those around you walk quickly to the nearest emergency exit. Please walk in a single file line through the corridors and stairwells. When exiting your seat, please use the nearest aisle. Do not climb over or move floor seats, as these are joined together and cannot be individually moved. Please refrain from cell phone conversations and/or texting until you are safely assembled outside the building. Remember that the nearest exit is not necessarily the door from which you entered the arena. All occupants are to assemble in designated areas outside the facility, which are at least 300 feet away from the building. Please do not stand in the roadways, as that may prohibit the arrival of emergency vehicles. No one is to return to the building until a university police or city fire official authorizes re-entry. Family Reunification Center. In case of an incident requiring an evacuation of Salem State's campus, a nearby park called Forest River Park, located down Forest and Clifton Avenues, is the designated meeting place for families should such an evacuation order be given. Final guidance. Please note that graduates are assembled by major and may not be in precise alphabetical order when they receive their diploma. After the ceremony, please join your graduate on Alumni Field, which is to the right of the exits. Follow the signs to their academic program. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? I think this is a good day for commencement, don't you think? All right, my name is Sean Newton. I'm the Associate Vice President and Dean of Students, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome all the family and friends of the graduates to the Salem State University's 215th commencement exercises. We begin with an acknowledgement of where we assemble today. The land occupied by Salem State University is part of Namkeg, a traditional and ancestral homeland of the Pawtucket Band of the Massachusetts. We acknowledge the genocide and forced removal of the people of Namkeg and their kin, and we recognize the ongoing colonization and dispossession of indigenous homelands. We respect and honor the Massachusetts tribe and the many indigenous peoples who continue to care for the land upon which we gather. Would you please stand to welcome the Salem State University commencement procession? Please welcome Mace Bearer Nancy Dennis, Deans Brian Vandenheuvel and Michelle Pierce, and the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences and the McKeown School of Education. Please welcome the degree candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences and the McKeown School of Education. We're almost done there. Please welcome the members of the Board of Trustees, the university president, university leadership, student representatives, and other members of the platform party.
That wasn't for me? Buenos dias, bon dia, good morning, everybody. As the Provost and Academic Vice President here at Salem State University, I am pleased to convene the College of Arts and Sciences and the McKeown School of Education Commencement, and to welcome to this morning's ceremony you, the class of 2025, and your spectacular guests. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Natalie Viano, class of 2028.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, at long last, please be seated. It is my honor to present the 14th President of Salem State University, Mr. John D. Keenan.
Good morning, graduates. It is absolutely thrilling to be here with you to celebrate this important milestone. Congratulations on your perseverance and your years of hard work. Your class is a special class indeed. For most of you, you completed high school and began your college studies or graduate school during the pandemic. You and your family should be immensely proud of all that you overcame to be here. Take a moment to appreciate where you are and what you have accomplished. Go right ahead. Today is a momentous occasion, one that you will remember for the rest of your life. I want to take a moment to introduce a few of our special guests that we have on the platform. A special welcome to our members of our Board of Trustees, Chair Samantha Morales, Trustee Alice Davis, Trustee Steve Emmerman, and Trustee Paul Matera. Members of the Salem State University Alumni Association and Foundation, Vice Chair Lou George, and Professor Tiffany Chenault, President of the Salem State Chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, Nancy Dennis, Senior Librarian, our student speaker, Deborah Mariano, and our national anthem singer, Natalie Viano. Well done, Natalie. It always gives me goosebumps. And of course, our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, Dr. Carlos Santiago, retired Commissioner of the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education. This morning, we will award 264 graduate students and 306 undergraduate students from select majors in the College of Arts and Sciences and the McKeown School of Education with baccalaureate and master's degrees. For 115 of these students, this is their second Salem State degree, which makes them double Vikings. Combined with those who will have their degrees conferred yesterday, we will welcome nearly 1,600 new graduates, including 223 double Vikings, to our nearly 75,000 strong alumni spread all across the Commonwealth. To get where you are today, you have come from near and far. Some of you arrived at campus from Salem, Peabody, Lynn, Revere, and other nearby communities. Some of you journeyed much further. At today's ceremony, we have graduates from 7 different countries, including Albania and China, and 16 different states, from New York to Minnesota. Regardless of how you made your way here, you, our graduates, reflect the fabric and resiliency of our community. When I ask you, please stand if you are able and remain standing. Please stand if you are a veteran or an active or reserve service member. Thank you. Please remain standing. Please stand if you are the first in your family to earn either a bachelor's or a master's degree. And finally, please stand if you worked 1, 2, or even 3 jobs while you pursued your degree here at Salem State. Whether you're sitting or standing, please look around and acknowledge your peers. You are all remarkable. The class of 2025 has shown us what is possible. Thank you. Despite the turbulence of the COVID-19 pandemic and the challenges it brought, you continued your studies and made it to graduation. I am sure I speak for others when I say you inspire us. Some of you may be planning to further your studies with an advanced degree, and many of you will be entering the work environment that has unquestionably changed. But you are no stranger to change. If nothing else, the past several years has fostered your ability to adapt to the most unexpected of circumstances. As you prepare to embark on the next step of your journey, always remember, always, how strong you are. I want to share 2 things of which I'm extremely proud here at Salem State. In the fall of 2024, Salem State reached the eligibility threshold to become a Hispanic serving institution. The first such institution in the Commonwealth of the public four-year institutions. It means that 25% of our students self-identify as Hispanic, which is the federal term for this heritage. Throughout this process and beyond, Salem State will continue to increase our focus on serving this for all of our students. That is to thrive to ensure that each and every student has the resources and support to explore their interests and passions, to succeed academically, and to grow as an individual. This servingness applies equally to all Viking students. I'm also proud that Salem State is considered a welcoming community. This is the second year in a row we produced our commencement program in both English and Spanish. Of course, we have more to do, but we are excited by the possibilities. Another thing I'm excited to announce is that CollegeNet recently named Salem State University as the highest-ranking institution in Massachusetts on their Social Mobility Index. That is to say, CollegeNet has recognized Salem State for our helping students achieve their dreams by offering lower tuition rates and launching them into good-paying jobs soon after graduation. Congratulations for all the work that you do to make that possible. But we are not done yet. We all have more work to do. You are graduating into a divided world, and it's a world that needs you. You have done the challenging work on our campus and learned the critical skills such as listening, debating, compromising, and reaching across differences. Because of what you learned on our campus, you are ready to lead with empathy, engage others, and think critically in today's polarized world. Higher education provides a unique environment, a place to engage daily with those who hold different perspectives. In classrooms, respectful debate is encouraged and disagreement is woven into the learning process. On campus, students live and learn together, actively experiencing the principles of a vibrant, diverse democracy. Carry these life skills with you as you move forward. If we are to solve the problems that affect us all, we must build a sense of shared humanity and be willing to learn from and help one another. As you begin your next chapter, I challenge you to engage in acts of civility. Start a conversation with someone you might not agree with and not even like yet. Be willing to see the other side of an idea and seek opportunities to find common ground. Higher education is essential to a healthy democracy. It's where we prepare global citizens for careers by providing them with the necessary real-life skills I just mentioned. Our colleges and universities remain vital spaces where free expression thrives, where tough questions are asked, and where democracy is studied and strengthened. These are not just academic values, they are democratic American values. Values which are embedded into the Salem State experience and testament to our deep commitment to civic engagement. And oh yes, we are extremely proud to be the Commonwealth's Civic Engagement University. We have embedded civic engagement into our classrooms, into our programs, and into our culture. Take what you have learned both in and out of the classroom to strengthen our democracy and to help solve the challenges facing our nation. Volunteer, get involved, and vote. While not everyone has to run for office, many of your fellow Vikings have shown us what a difference you can make through public service. So continue to identify the issues that are meaningful to you and find your own way to make an impact. Democracy requires, indeed it demands, informed participation. In a few moments, you will hear from our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, former commissioner of the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education, Carlos Santiago. Dr. Santiago has dedicated his career to advancing education, fostering equity, and shaping the future of students and institutions alike. When he was commissioner, he championed policies that expanded pathways for academic success, including launching the campus housing security pilot right here at Salem State and the establishment of major revisions to developmental math reforms. His leadership helped establish new academic transfer pathways and advanced program reviews that strengthen educational standards all across the Commonwealth. Salem State has many of these same goals. Dr. Santiago is a splendid example of the opportunities when we give back to our communities and how to have influence and improve the lives of others. I look forward to his remarks. Before I conclude, I would like to acknowledge that getting to this commencement ceremony was not a solo journey. All of you had someone in your corner that offered encouragement along the way. It may have been a parent or a guardian, a grandparent, a sibling, a spouse, a partner, an aunt, an uncle, a child, a friend, or any combination thereof. I ask all the graduates, as you are able again, to please stand. Please turn to the family members, friends, and loved ones gathered here today and give them a round of applause and appreciation. Thank you, family and friends. Thank you. I hope that in the future you have the chance to have the same impact on someone else in your life, to pay it forward. This is your moment to make a difference. While I look forward to hearing about the exciting opportunities that await you, please know that success is not measured in titles or salaries or possessions. Rather, success is measured in the value you bring to others. As you leave here today, I encourage you to invest in your communities, in your relationships, and in future generations. Help others to meet their moment. That is true success. And please know that wherever your path leads you next, you will always have a home here at Salem State. We are proud of all your accomplishments. We are inspired by your dedication, and we are honored to now call you our alumni. You have shown us you have what it takes to be successful. Now, go show the world. Congratulations to the class of 2025. To bring greetings at today's commencement ceremonies are representatives of the Board of Trustees and the Salem State faculty and librarians. It is my pleasure to introduce Trustee Alice Davis of the Salem State University Board of Trustees to bring greetings from the board. Trustee Davis.
Thank you. Good morning. I bring greetings from the Salem State University Board of Trustees and from my Salem State class of 1975. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you, the class of 2025, your family, friends, and others to our 215th commencement. Congratulations on reaching this important milestone. I stand in awe as I look out at each of you. I see the joy, the excitement, and the anticipation of what is to come next on your personal journeys. Your time at Salem State has prepared you well. I am confident, as you should be, that you are indeed ready to build your career or to continue your education toward an advanced degree. The credit goes to each of you. However, you must never forget those who helped you along the way. I would like to acknowledge the mothers, fathers, spouses, partners, grandparents, caregivers, children, friends, coaches, and professors, all of whom supported you and believed in you. As a class, you have done something no other graduating class in over 100 years has done. You, along with your professors and all who make Salem State University the amazing place of learning and community that it is, rose to the challenge of remote learning and of living differently. Perhaps it is because of living through a pandemic, of living differently, of having to overcome tremendous challenges in your lives, that you are now well prepared to rise to the challenges you may face in the future. This is a day of joy and excitement. I hope you will savor each and every moment and be proud of all that you have accomplished. Congratulations, class of 2025.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tiffany Chenault, President of the Salem chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university's faculty and librarians. Dr. Chenault.
Good morning, everybody. How are we feeling? I love it. So you guys are feeling good despite the text you got this morning? Did you get a text? Didn't get a text. Okay. It's a bit embarrassing, but there was an issue with grades and things got erased. Anyway, long story short, you're not graduating. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is okay. It is okay. We will make this work. So you just have maybe one more quiz to complete in order to pass, right? So this is easy. I'm gonna give you one question, multiple choice. We'll do it together. And if you get the right answer, you graduate. If you don't, you don't. That easy, okay? So bear with me. Here we go. All right. Are you A, one cowbell happy? Takers? Okay. Are you B, two cowbell happy? Okay. Or are you C, three cowbell happy? Okay. Excellent. C is the correct answer, and you get to graduate. So, class of 2025, you all have navigated a shifting landscapes. You had pandemic classrooms, social unrest, personal losses, global uncertainty, and you've arrived here, not just as graduates, but as people who have grown through discomfort. You have shown that success doesn't come from avoiding difficulty, but from learning how to move through it with integrity and courage. Throughout your time here at Salem State University, you've become more than just students. You've become thinkers, advocates, creators. You've faced the realities of racism, of sexism, of inequality and injustice, and you use your voice to challenge them. You've learned that change is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable, but that discomfort is where the real work begins. In a world that can feel heavy, I want to stress something powerful to you. It's one word: joy. Joy is not just a feeling, it is an act of resistance. In the face of injustice, choosing to laugh, to smile, to dance, to hope, to build community, that is radical. Joy reminds us of what we're fighting for. It sustains us when the struggle feels long. Activist scholar Bell Hooks taught us joy is an act of resistance. When you laugh with your friends, when you find beauty in the small things, when you celebrate yourself, especially when the world tells you not to, you are refusing to let despair define you. You are living through a time when headlines are full of division, injustice, and noise, where kindness and compassion are seen as weaknesses, not strengths. But you're also living through and help shaping a time of organizing, of recognizing, and of incredible resilience. Your journey has asked you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is where the growth lives, and the frictions and the questions without easy answers, and the moments where we stretch ourselves to care more, build more, listen more deeply. These are the moments that we show up. You've learned to hold space for contradictions, to grieve and still celebrate, to critique and still build, to feel fear and still act. That is not weakness, that is maturity. So as you move forward, don't fear the uncomfortable. Take a breath, lean into it, ask those hard questions, listen deeply, and never stop seeking joy. Not as an escape, but as a compass. You are not just the future, you are the now. You've already started making your mark by daring to be bold, questioning systems, by showing up for each other. So I encourage you, keep doing that. Keep leaning into the discomfort. Let that be a sign that you're growing, not that you're lost. And let joy be your fuel, not a luxury. Take this education and use it not to just get ahead, but to lift others up, to ask better questions, and to live with compassion and clarity. James Baldwin once wrote that not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be faced until it is changed. Take this education and use it wisely, because I know sometimes things feel overwhelming, and because it will, and it does. But remember that joy is still possible, still valid, and it's still yours to claim. To be joyful while building a better world is not naive, it's visionary. So we are all proud of you, not just for graduating, but for the kind of people you are becoming. Bold, brave, brilliant, willing to stretch into the hard, willing to choose joy anyway. So class of 2025, find joy, and we are so proud of you!
To speak for the graduate at this commencement ceremony is Deborah Mariano, who today will receive a Certificate of Advanced Graduate Degree Study in the McKeown School of Education. Ms. Santiago.
Good morning, graduates, families, faculty, and everyone who has stood beside us on this incredible journey. My name is Deborah Mariano. Today marks the end of my final Viking voyage as an educational leadership graduate, closing a chapter that began all the way back in 2013 when I stepped onto this campus as a young girl with a dream, just hoping to become someone who could make a difference. I never could have imagined all of the versions I would become along the way. Student, autism advocate, proud mom of 2 beautiful boys, and today, a newly appointed middle school principal. But this moment isn't just mine. It belongs to my family, to the legacy of my grandfather, who in the early 1980s left the Dominican Republic and made the bold choice to start fresh in Lynn, chasing a better future. His sacrifice, his courage, paved the way for me to stand here today as a first-generation graduate, proof that dreams can cross oceans and that our roots make us stronger, not smaller. To my mother, my father, my husband, my kids, family, friends, and my pastor, thank you. Without any of this, without any of you, none of this would have been possible. Salem State has been more than a school. It's been a home where I found my voice and my purpose. And along the way, I was blessed with mentors who became life coaches. To Doctora Serra and Doctora Dol, thank you for those real-life conversations back in 2014. You didn't just teach, you coached me through life. To Dr. Scherf, your grace, patience, and kindness as I navigated labor and postpartum while still chasing my goals, I will carry that with me forever. To my village, JC and Megan, you are the cherry on top. You've reminded me that my story inspires others, and you've pushed me to level up in ways I didn't think were possible. As we graduate today, I want to leave you with one truth I've learned along the way. Every version of you, the dreamer, the doubter, the fighter, deserves a seat at the table. Don't shrink who you are to fit where you're going. Whether you're stepping into a classroom, a boardroom, or somewhere brand new, bring all of you with you. Class of 2025, we are a product of generations who dared to dream bigger. We are the storytellers, the bridge builders, the change makers, and today, we take our place in the world. May the glory be to God always. Congratulations, Vikings. Sí se puede.
I can tell she is going to be an outstanding principal. Sí se puede indeed. Chair Morales, please join me in conferring of the honorary degree.
Good morning. Trustee Matera, will you present your candidate for the honorary degree?
Chair Morales, I have the honor to present to you Commissioner Emeritus of the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, Carlos Santiago, for the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters.
Carlos E. Santiago, Commissioner Emeritus of the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Carlos E. Santiago, you have dedicated your career to advancing education, fostering equity, and shaping the future for students and institutions alike. For over 30 years, you have been a driving force in public higher education, holding pivotal leadership roles that have left a legacy. From serving as the Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and Provost at the University of Albany, SUNY, to nearly a decade as the Commissioner of Massachusetts Department of Higher Education, your contributions have transformed educational access and opportunity. As Commissioner, you championed policies that expanded pathways for academic success, including launching the Campus Housing Security Pilot and the establishment of a major revision to the developmental math education reforms. Your leadership helped establish new academic transfer pathways and advanced program reviews that strengthened educational standards all across this Commonwealth. Your unwavering belief and passions that every child, regardless of their zip code, should have the same opportunity for a bright future through the power of education provided the basis for the Commonwealth's equity agenda. Throughout your career, you have made history and broken barriers, serving as the first Puerto Rican president of a major United States research university. And influencing national conversations on the socioeconomic status of Latinos in the United States. Your commitment to academic excellence, student success, and community impact has been recognized with numerous accolades, including the honorary title of Commissioner Emeritus. Your tireless efforts to elevate public higher education have inspired generations of educators and students, paving the way for a brighter future. Your dedication serves as a model for our graduates today as they embark on their own journeys of leadership and service.
By the power conferred upon the trustees of Salem State University by the Board of Higher Education, it is my pleasure to award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
On behalf of the university community, I want to thank Commissioner Emeritus Santiago for his exceptional service and contributions which enrich all of our lives. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Carlos Santiago, Salem State University's 2025 commencement speaker.
Good morning to everyone. Muy buenos días a todos. I want to thank Salem State University, its leadership, its faculty, staff, and students for this meaningful recognition and honor. I have learned much over my 40-plus years in higher education, especially my decade in Massachusetts, and I hope to share some of those insights with you today. But before that, I want to acknowledge that I was commissioner when we did the search for your president. I think we made the right decision. Thank you. Good choice. And he and I have talked often about the future of Salem State University, and he has agreed that Salem State University will and is on a trajectory to become the largest Hispanic-serving institution in New England and increasingly recognized nationally for its commitment to students. Thank you so much, President Keenan. And I want to thank another board member who I served with on the board of the Department of Higher Education for 10 years. He was a partner. He gave exceptional advice. I listened to what Paul Matera had to say. And I tried, and I guess my biggest regret is that while I tried to accomplish some of the things that he recommended for the betterment of the system, I always regret that I couldn't do all the things that he suggested, even though I agreed with him. And I would think to myself, Paul, I wish I could do this. I do not have the authority to do this. Paul, I wish I could do this. I do not have the funding to support your initiatives. Paul, I wish I could do this, but I don't have the support either on the board or in the administration to do this. I understand you have more resources today than we ever had in the 10 years I served as commissioner, and I'm glad that you have those much needed resources. So, first, to the students, we are here for you. Let us acknowledge and celebrate your remarkable achievement, which is represented by this commencement ceremony. You have earned your academic credentials during one of the most challenging periods any generation has faced. You adapted to the difficulties and changes, I knew this was going to happen, brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, the most severe public health crisis in our nation's history. Remember, never forget, 1 million people lost their lives in the United States to COVID-19 between 2020 and 2022. You have also achieved this amid perhaps the most significant upheaval in the foundations of democracy in our lifetime. Moreover, while the economy may be in for a correction, your perseverance and your resilience will carry you through. The number of students that stood when asked how many held 1, 2, or 3 jobs is a reflection of who you are and what you do. You are among the most diverse graduating classes in New England, as 1/3 of this graduating class self-identifies as a member of a racial or ethnic minority group. You reflect the changing future of this country, as I will highlight in a minute or two. Your determination and success against incredible odds deserves admiration. I feel more optimistic about this country, knowing that your generation will do its utmost to strengthen our nation and its democracy. As some of the board members I've worked with and the president know, sometimes I diverge from my written remarks to tell stories. I have two quick stories to tell, one about myself and one about my significant other who is in the audience. I do not know where, and it's probably best that I know not where she's sitting. The first is high school bored me to tears. I was a solid B student, and I met my wife as a junior in high school. We were biology partners. She took the notes, she did the experiments. I read The Count of Monte Cristo underneath the lab desk. In my college application, when it said, "What do you aspire to be?" I put, and I'm serious, and she knows what I'm going to say, I put truck driver. I want to drive a big rig. As you might imagine, I didn't get admitted to a lot of colleges. I didn't know what college was about, but I got admitted to two institutions. One that I went to was the University of Miami, where my father had graduated. So I was a legacy admit. I'm sure I was a legacy admit because it wasn't because of my grades or my interest in college. But when I got to college, in my second semester, I took a course in economics and fell in love. I graduated in 3 years. I worked in the library for 20 hours a week, and I fell in love with learning. Changed my life. I did a master's degree in 1 year, then went off to Cornell, did another master's and a doctorate in 4, and was out by 1980. I started in 1970. By 1980, I had completed my work and I was on to my academic life. My wife's trajectory was a little different. The school counselor at our high school told her, "You're not college material." But her mother and her 3 aunts scraped together money to send her to college, to pay for her college. She graduated in 3 years. She is now not only a doctorate in counseling psychology, she's a former chair of the American Association of Hispanics in Higher Education. She's the former president of the National Latino Psychological Association, and she is a national and international figure in the field. High school guidance counselors can be wrong. Recently, I read that the federal government has issued a directive identifying specific terms that should not be spoken or displayed on websites. This is quite strange to me, considering the freedoms enshrined in the First Amendment are so vital to the democracy we live in. I never imagined that some people in a country so committed to democratic traditions would be intimidated by a few words that are disagreeable to some. To challenge the notion that some Americans fear using certain words, I've decided to discuss 2 of those words with you this morning. The first one is diversity, and the second is equity. Both of these words have recently made it to the government's list of objectionable speech. The opposite of diversity is uniformity and sameness, and the opposite of equity is inequity. Is that what we aspire to become as a nation? The same and unequal? I think not. While some Americans dislike what these words represent, data shows that most Americans are comfortable with diversity and equity. A Pew Research Center poll found that only 20% of Americans viewed DEI efforts as bad. According to the survey, a vast majority of Americans indicated that DEI had no impact on their career, but more respondents across nearly every demographic polled said it had benefited their jobs more than it had hindered them. So why is there recently so much angst over words that resonate positively with most Americans? The reality is that DEI is now an easy target in the culture wars, and it is supported by the most vulnerable of Americans. But the calls for representation and voice will not be stymied. For several decades, diversity policies have reflected our nation's commitment and desire to bring multiple voices to the decision-making process. The more diverse a decision-making body is, the better the outcomes. Evidence of biodiversity from the natural world supports this perspective. Without it, species decline, become endangered, or eventually extinct. Some think that the lack of diversity is a sign of American exceptionalism. I counter with the opposite. If you see little diversity in an organization, the decisions they make will reflect American mediocrity and American incompetence. Let me give you a concrete example from Massachusetts higher education. During my 10 years heading up the Department of Higher Education, we sought to increase the diversity of our staff. We hired competent employees from various racial, gender, and ethnic backgrounds. These efforts culminated in our organization at the time, the most diverse of the state higher education executive offices. It was cited among all 50 states as the best agency and honored with the Exceptional Agency Award in 2021. We had a superb staff. A nonprofit organization named Education Trust publishes a report on colleges and universities that provides social and economic mobility for their students. President Kina has made reference to some of the work in this area. This report has shown that elite public or private institutions do not give the most substantial impetus to social and economic mobility. The focus on elite institutions, they're not the ones that are going to change this country. In fact, it is community colleges and regional public universities, such as Salem State University, that play a critical role in achieving social mobility. In some respects, elite institutions, of which a lot of attention is paid to these days, often exacerbate inequities rather than remedy them. 10 years ago, a distinguished demographer, William Fry, wrote an influential book entitled Diversity Explosion: How Racial Demographics Are Remaking America. He showed that in just 15 years from now, there will be no racial majority in the United States. In essence, we will be a minority-majority country. The underlying demographic forces leading to this change cannot be circumvented by a forced outflow of immigrants. In fact, it is the aging of the white population. And in Massachusetts, the total population has declined. We are not replenishing our existing population. In fact, it's the aging of the white population and the retirement of baby boomers, like myself, in conjunction with the younger childbearing age of minority populations that will lead to this outcome. Without a younger population, which we do have, particularly among Latinos, we're not going to replenish the population that exists. There's clearly angst among sectors of the white population and fear that their lifestyles and culture are going to be diminished. However, I believe that this belief is not supported by evidence. But what we cannot deny, as Frey documents, that the United States clearly is a multiracial, multi-ethnic, multicultural country now and into the future. Equity is another term that is not popular among sectors of the political elite. Unfortunately, most people do not understand what equity represents. It's a simple concept. From a socioeconomic perspective, equity reflects the need to ensure opportunities for all citizens to benefit and fully contribute to this democracy. The work of Dr. Chetty and others at MIT is highly informative in this regard. Chetty argues that the primary determinant of an individual's opportunities and life chances is determined at birth. The best predictor of someone's opportunities in life is the zip code in which you were born. Suppose you were born in a zip code in an area with substandard schools, segregated housing, limited public services, and few opportunities for advancement. In that case, this will be reflected in lower lifetime earnings and a standard of living. There's another indicator, and this is where I go a little off script. There's other indicator that I'll bet none of you know. An indicator that tells you whether your children will have a college degree. The best predictor of whether your children will have a college degree is if the mother has a college degree. The mother has a college degree. That will predict if you have a college degree, your child is likely going to have a college degree. And I leave a message for the men in the audience, which are very important in this crucial equation. The men in the audience have to support their partner in getting a college degree for everybody in the family. Without that support, we're never going to get where we need to be. We can agree that not everyone has the same opportunities to succeed in this society because the starting conditions are so different for varied sectors of the U.S. population. Massachusetts, the education state, we pride ourselves. We would say it loud and proud. We are the education state. However, while I was commissioner, we were criticized by the Lumina Foundation for the lack of equity and significant disparities across the population. They said, how can you call yourself the education state when so many students are falling behind? To counteract this outcome, we created a strategic plan for our public universities to dismantle implicit and explicit policies of segregation and to level the playing field for underserved students. Salem State University is, I'm proud to say, is following that plan. And you are the result. I think that's wonderful. So I give a good number of speeches, probably less than I should, I was going to say. But there are two words that I say, and I often get rousing applause for these two words. Very important. So I listen carefully to the applause, or lack of it, if I say these two words. These two words are, in conclusion. There you go. I pride myself on your applause after saying those two words. So here we go. In conclusion, these are perilous times for the survival of our democracy, for the rights and freedoms that we sometimes take for granted and yet may be lost. Rights are never given freely. They must be fought for and protected. My generation fought these battles for our children and our grandchildren: racial justice, voting rights, women's rights, gay, lesbian, and trans rights, and more. Leaders such as Gandhi in South Africa and India, Mandela in South Africa, and Martin Luther King in the United States laid out nonviolent resistance strategies that brought about lasting change. I would add to that list someone who passed away last year, or rather was killed in prison in Russia. His name is Alexei Navalny. Alexei Navalny's fight against the corruption of Russian oligarchs epitomizes the spirit and determination that is necessary to grow democracy and freedom across the globe. To that, I would add, we must all be Navalny now. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, and Salem State is surely proud to be the social mobility workhorse that we are. And I would tell you that our secret sauce here at Salem State is indeed diversity, equity, and inclusivity. And now, we have reached the portion of the ceremony that you've all worked so hard for. Provost Silva, will you please present the candidates for their degrees?
I would ask the candidates for certificates of advanced graduate study in the McKeown School of Education to rise as they are able. Candidates, the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study is awarded to individuals who have demonstrated leadership and a high level of theoretical and practical expertise with the unique skill set in the field of education. Accomplished through intensive post-master's study, the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study is a testament to your commitment to lifelong learning for yourself and for others, positioning you to lead in today's collaborative educational environment. So, President Keenan, I am honored to present to you these candidates, each of whom has qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees at Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study according to the program in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Congratulations, candidates. You'll be called forward in a moment. So as these candidates come forward, we request that personal photographs not be taken at this time for safety reasons. Graduates will be professionally photographed as they proceed across the stage. Academic deans will award a disciplinary cord to each CAGS graduate, signifying their advanced degree. Candidates, please be sure to return to your seats after you process across the entire stage and while your classmates continue to be honored. Please wait for the conclusion of the ceremonies and recessional. Assisting with the candidates today in all three categories of degree are Dr. Brian Vandenheuvel, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Michelle Pierce, Interim Dean of the McKeown School of Education, Dr. Stephanie Beller, Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Nicole Harris, Associate Dean and Interim Executive Director of the McKeown School of Education, Dr. Christina Scott, Associate Dean of the McKeown School of Education, and Dr. Danny Rasco, Associate Dean of the School of Graduate Studies.
Catherine Ella Anderson. Jillian Castellanos. Dina Marie Chase. Carmen Cuellar Colon. Colby Massa DePerry. Maggie DePlazzi. Alexandra Dimitrikopoulos. Jacqueline Marie Dixon. Emily Floyd. Cheryl Green. Andrew Joseph Gruby. Rachel Rose Holt. Samantha Kelly. Angela Lavoy. Kate Martini. Vanessa Mendoza Mercado. Leanne O'Hara Mimo. Jessica Rose Minter. Joseph Dominic Muratori. Erica Panakopoulos. Anne-Marie Elizabeth Rita. Cindy Ivlisa Rodriguez. Blanca Rosa. Kayla Vieira. Laura Joan Tui. Kathleen Howell Toomey. Patrick John Ziemba. May Galina Petrov.
A round of applause for our Certificate of Advanced Study graduates. Oh. I thought it was at the end. So I thought this was going to happen at the end of everything, but.
Deborah Mariano.
I would now invite the candidates for the master's degree in the College of Arts and Sciences to rise as they are able. President Keenan, I am honored to present to you these candidates, each of whom has qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Arts or Master of Science, with the specification according to the program in which they qualify. So, I'm going to invite you to sit for a moment, and now I'm going to invite the candidates for master's degree in the McKeown School of Education to rise as they are able. President Keenan, I am very honored to present to you these candidates, each of whom have qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching or Master of Education with qualification according to the program in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Science, and Master of Education, according to the program in which you have qualified, without honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Victoria Siegel. McKenna Autumn Trison. Leah Kammer. Luis Roberta DaCosta. Catherine Rose Galvin. Riley Ann McClintock. Catherine Grace McGann. Christian Blair Weiss. Brian Bodwin. Julie E. Brown. Rachel Ann DeBona. Timothy E. Eddings. Colleen Claire Ward. Ashley Lynn Yeba. Maxwell Howe. Brian Robert Lanigan. Nelson Benvito Gomez Marcus. Jonah L. Fauser. Samuel J. Jalou. This is you.
Benjamin Joseph Painshow. Kelly Y.E. Lee. Tyler Paul Croto. Catherine Devon Lawrence. Thomas Moore. Eric Seymour. Laura Marie Kuleshka. Brendan Tarmy. Monica Contreras Uribe. Antonio Garita. Carolyn Rose Hayes. Graciela Pacheco. Carmen E. Vega. Kelsey Carlota Baquedano Salinas. Melissa Brickley. Valerie J. Broderick. Morgan Francis Burrell. Grace Marie Butler. Emma E. Cabral. Emma Elaine Carney. Eugenia Anna Chukri. Lauren Samino. Allison Marie Cockrell. Marissa Colantoni. Emily Conti. Catherine Cossingham. Lindsay De Jesus. Kiara Chantal Demontier. Anna Marie DePaulo. Diana Diaz. Alexandra Pierce Ferber. Amanda Don Galenti. Sabrina Garcelon. Sherry McNeil. Marissa Martacci. Emily McBride. Margaret McMullen. Kelly Michaels. Nicole Miles. Olivia Terry Miller. Carlota Mosqueda. Kylie Noel Murdoch. Nicole Nault. Ashley Milagros Peña. Sarah Elizabeth Plood. Ashley Alice Porcaro. Asmin Erica Prince. Elizabeth Ray. Sophie Rock. Jared Rose. Mari Carmen Ruiz. Tracy Sacco. Kylie Anna Seymour. Victoria Rose Soul. Cassie Marie Ward. Anna Warnock. Lainey Sue Burdett. Ryan D. Chapman. Amanda Meredith Choi. Madeline Eliza Chisholm. Taylor Ann Cody. Emily Flanagan Daly. Ashley DeFries. Madison Elizabeth Ferris. Catherine Jayla Grimes. Lillian Noel Kelly. Erin Michaela Cotis. Kelly Alexandra Moline. Isabella M. Malone. Quinn Miller. Brianna Marissa Monaghan. Abigail Kristen O'Connor. Callie S. O'Leary. Brenna Lynn Paquette. Justine Claire Perry. Erica Grace Rosberg. Tim Shabarak. Elwyn Nerese Shaughnessy. Allison Ruth Smith. Karen Elizabeth Turer. Danielle Vissering. Karen Anne-Marie Walker. Lauren Wilkinson. Thayer Wallenberg. Natalia Rose Yalian. Abigail Meneses del Compare. Frederick Augustive Monroy. John Baptiste Leroy. Rebecca Lynn Moss. Eileen Lyons Patterson. Amy Marie Townsley. Martin Pino. Bacancho Aminmense. Olivia Marie Beauchesne. Jessica Bragan. Michael Joseph DeSalvo. Alyssa Janelle Flynn. Carrie He. Lauren LeMay. Miranda Corinne Pinay. Reagan Jade Porfido. Samantha Nicole Santoro. Samantha Schiavo. Emily Tobin. Madeline Margaret Ambler. Brandon J. Barbaro. Autumn Rain Burl. Jamie Lee Gaber. Nicole Marie Knowles. Kayla Marie Landry. Kevin Renee Marino Rivas. Philip Anthony Ranucci Jr. Sydney Ann Shepard. Alexander Michael Simonelli. Matthew Brito. Jessica Cable. Marissa N. DeSisto. Olivia D.J. Marino. Shannon Irene Lynch. Wendy Quintanilla Iraheta. Ann Mizuraka Stackhouse. Nicholas Connell Tripoli. Eva Leonor Agosto Baez. Omer Sarika. Suleika Gil.
Congratulations, master's degree candidates. All right, you know who's next. I would now ask the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences to please rise as they are able. President Keenan, I am so pleased to present to you these candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, with specification according to the department in which they have qualified. So, I'm going to ask you guys to sit down for 1 second because now I want to invite the candidates for the McKeown School to please rise as you are able. President Keenan, I am pleased to present to you these candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Bachelor of Science, but now all the bachelor's degree people stand up. Yes, perfect.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Johelitz Avelez. Erica Ruth Barnes. Mary Elizabeth Olga Blundo. Emma Riley Breen. Simon Jory Crater. Sarah Renee DeRocher. Kevin Alberto Flores Jansen. Kylie Hope Herndon. Hofa. Yufei Hu. Wanting Chow. Ryan J. Kennedy. Sophia Cairns. River Mendelson. Evelyn Anahi Mendez Merida. Ua Meng. Jana Morganti. Mary Margaret Morley. Jatian Nia. Margarita Julissa Warwick. Anthony New. Jacob Pereira. Andy E. Perez. Catherine Marlene Quigley. Alessandra Romano. Xavier Daniel Soto. Amanda Flores Tinker. Benjamin Jose Townsend. Jian Wang. Jair Chu. Mingyang Chia. Eton Zhang. Jingwen Zhou. Grushan Zhou. Alexa Reagan Argenio. Nicholas Richard Barbosa. Madden Olivia Brown. Olivia Marie Cadogan. Joshua Matthew Connolly. Meredith Anna Costa. Carlos Javier Cueva Caro. Callista Elizabeth Daly. Brandon James Flamia Olson. Angel Alexander Garcia. Gordon Charles Gamuchian. Cassandra Ann Johnson. Zachary Kenneth Lacoste. Julia Marie Martin. Kaylee Ann Martin. Nora Elizabeth McQuaid. Madeline Grace Mogarvio. Nathaniel Hawk Mullins. Olivia Christine Nelson. Zachary L. Vincent. Lorraine Barandes. Brielle Laurent. Adrian LeBron Hernandez. Marie Andre Grafeo. Matthew Craven Sprague. Cade Thomas Toomey. Nicole Costa Ferreira Alves. Noelle Elizabeth Anthony. Lillian Grace Bolak. Campbell Boisvert. Daniel Jennings Cashman. Gio Corbett. Isaiah Antonio Cortillo. Amina Crawl. William Carl Dawson. Luke Richard Day. Brenna Jean Dillon. Mayrima Gino. Samantha S. Fink. Angelina Madison Follis. Kayla Rose Goodwin. Hortensa Hyderasi. Oscar Hawks. Elizabeth Erin Hurley. Emily Ayana Jakauskas. Zayden E. Jansen. Rhiannon Jones. Arshanor Kaur. Alexandra Kachopoulos. Mosamed Beauty Khatun. Cecilia LeBron. Aiden John Mobrick. Seth Aiden Marciano. Deja Sierra Nunes Martin. Nicholas James Maruli. Devin Anthony Monaco. Morelia Morel Diaz. Gabriela Jasmine Moreno. Calvin Paul Neris. Javeria Naz. Jayana Mary Onishan. Liz Mary Elaine Olivo Beltran. Megan Chi Patterson. Emmy Perla. Sarah Iris Ponte. Sweeksha Pradhan. Melissa Prum. Amber Ramirez. Bastian Allen Rivas. Angel Anita Rizzo. Nicole Romero. Ava Marie Tanner. Olivia Terrio. Allison Olivia Trank. Lexi Warner. Melanie Alyssa Zimmerman. Zachary Alexander D. Baker. Kyle James Kraowick. Jeremy Evan Wilkins Nee. Keen. Abigail Phyllis Allworth. Leah R. Coffey. Cassidy Curran. Max Rodriguez Fitch. Joss Kairouz. Emma Lee. Lawrence J. Littler. Zachary McCarthy. Ryan Circusoon. Edward Abraham Fisher Erkowitz. Nathaniel Victor. Vanessa Ann Barrett. Kyla Miyako Benner. Kami Ray Boland. Patrick Clough. Rowan Collins. Emma Rati Motherway. Kate Otting. Dakota James Pillacy. Zachary Fremont Ramsey. Brittany Elizabeth Ewan. Alan Aparicio Beltran. Andrew DiCarlo Berman. Bradley Kanya. Gabrielle Z. Corinto. Madison DeFelice. Jenny Clarissa Lopez Mutual. Seth Jeremiah Osorio. Gianna Correa Russell. Molly Rose Ryan. Rachel Zorzi. Dwayne Ott. Anthony Robert Damagella. Noah MacDonald. Rachel Kathleen Rapa. Zachary Joseph Zaleskas. Andrick Adele Barrios. Josiah Jack Beck. Liam Bernardi. Damian Boris. Alyssa Catherine Brown. Jade Cabrera Javier. Alex Carlson. Jason Connor Casey. Louis Edward Castro. Sina Aria Changelian. Francis Delcamez Chatain. Shavana Corcoran. Miles Antonio DeBarros. Brian Manuel DeLeon. Kyle Andrew Dion. Alex Duffy. Jadelyn Garzon. Eva Haralabartos. Emily Henning. Kaylee Kimberly Hills. Peyton Thomas Hughes. Calvin Njemi. Robert Matthew Jellison. Mohsen Khan. Colin Kaur. Joseph Ryan MacDonald. Skylar Frederick Miller. Megan Dryden Partham. John Oscar Peterson. Colin Richmond. Sean J. Richter. Richard Sisson. Jack Fitzgerald Seward Daly. David Stepan Rodriguez. Jenna Tennant. Benjamin Turner. And Jake Wolf.
Emily Joyce Augusta. Shaylee M. Balcher. Jarellis Elizabeth Billiard. Christina Capicetti. Jason C. Casaletto. Jareli Ayana Choi. Dallas Colela Procopio. Kaylee Costa. Zachary Dixie. Eleanor Mary Doyle. Sarah Elizabeth Doyle. Ryan Alexia Eskel. Rachel Kathleen Farah. Alexa Nicole Ferrara. Mary Andrea Flores. Crystal Gilbert. Noah Francois Hamishwit Lagal. Isabella Holland. Aiden Scott Jones. Ashley Alyssa Keaton. Dania Kenny. Abigail La Liberty. Ashley L. Lambert. Mackenzie Doreen Lander. Nicole Marie Lincoln. Bianca E. Lopez. Heather Mariana Magana. Nicholas Rosario Mancini. Joanna V. Martinez. Aaliyah Rose Mathias. Melissa Deja Noel.
Molly Jane O'Neill. Alyssa P. Orlowski. Diomedes Gregory Ortiz said. Lillian Therese Pinard. Lisa Power. Victoria Teresa Price Maxon. Narisa Sandi Raymond. Daniela Reyes. Amaya Rivera Cartagena. Haley Elizabeth Rourke. Lillian Gail Ruggiero. Gianna Isabella Sacco. Camila Santos. Tabitha A. Sargent. Patrick John Shane. Hannah Lynn Schmieder. Maya Taylor Serino. Nicole Veronica Shields. Kaylee Elizabeth Sullivan. Matthew Edmondson Suni. Cassandra Marie Valentine. Brianna Gabriela Vargas Alvarez. Maya Walsh. Emma Rose Wiltshire. Sandra Jennifer Alcaraz Sepulveda. Karina Lucia Delgado. You can do it.
Deborah Mariano.
Oh, you. Oh, that's me, right? Yeah, it's me.
Yep, okay. Let me switch behind you.
Yep. Congratulations to the graduates of 2025! Woo! Woo! All right. Woo! Thank you. New graduates, you have many to thank for assisting you in achieving this wonderful milestone of a college education. The faculty at Salem State University were a critical part of your success. Faculty, would you please stand? And new alumni, would you join me and Provost Silva in showing them our appreciation? Thank you. And now, to bring greetings from the Alumni Association is Vice Chair Lou George, class of 1989, and the Salem State University's Alumni Association and Foundation.
Good afternoon. My name is Lou George, and as Vice Chair of the Salem State University Alumni Association and Foundation, I extend congratulations on behalf of the Board of Directors. Today marks a momentous occasion, your moment. You are now part of a vibrant network of fellow Salem State Vikings, one that will serve as a powerful professional and social resource throughout your life. When you arrived today, you received a pin. Wear it with Viking pride. As you step into the next chapter of your journey, we invite you to stay connected to your alma mater, because once a Viking, always a Viking. Yep. Many of you are also wearing the green cord of philanthropy, which represents your first-class gift, a contribution that will help fund a scholarship for a first-year student. Our Meet the Moment campaign is dedicated to student success, so thank you for directly supporting the next class of Vikings through your contribution. On this special day, I am so proud of my affinity to Salem State as a graduate of the class of 1989. But my connection is even deeper. My father also graduated in 1953 and joined the geography department in 1961. He became a well-respected faculty member who is the principal architect of academic degree programs in geography, brought the concept of internships to the forefront, and fought for resources such as the Digital Geography Lab. All right. And the connection goes beyond my father. My mother, Joan George, graduated in 1956. Like many SSU students today, she, like my dad, was a first-generation college student. She earned scholarships, held multiple jobs, and excelled at her studies, and was the valedictorian of her graduating class. Following my dad's passing, my mother created the Dr. John L. George Memorial Scholarship to honor my father's legacy and provide scholarships which were so important to her own success. My sister, Julie George, graduated from Salem State in 1981 and is a member of the Crosby Society. And while my sister, Nancy George, didn't graduate here, she served the library for over 28 years, currently serving as a senior librarian at the Berry Library. Her two children, Matthew and Laura, also graduated from Salem State in 2021 and 2024. Finally, I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge my wife, Ellen Dempsey, who, while not a graduate of the university, has shared my commitment to Salem State, and along with being members of the Sullivan Society, together we've created an endowed scholarship in support of the SSU Honors Program. Today, yep, thank you. And today, along with the rest of the board, I honor the legacy of my family by advocating for the needs of student Vikings like you. This institution is an important part of my roots and has impacted my family's life for generations. You today join a community of 75,000 alumni, leaders, visionaries, and change makers who have found their calling at Salem State. We look forward to hearing about the incredible things you'll do, and we invite you to stay engaged as active members of the Viking alumni community. Congratulations. Thank you.
Almost done. So before today's commencement ceremonies come to a close, there's just one final ritual that we must observe. So I would ask all of the bachelor's degree candidates to please rise as you are able. so that you may present to the world a visible sign of entry into the universal fellowship of educated individuals, I invite you to move the tassel of your cap from right to left. Parents, families, friends in the audience, I request that you remain in your seats until all of these bright, shiny new graduates have recessed. Graduates, you will recess out of the building and onto the athletic field. You can meet each other on the athletic field by looking for the colorful flags and matching signs for your each academic discipline. So parents, I hope you know what your kid majored in. The 215th commencement ceremonies of Salem State University are now concluded.